Tubetown Sports is back on the air. Hello again, everyone. Marcus Carlton here with you alongside my broadcast partner and your play-by-play man today for the action between the visiting Gosnell Pirates and the homestanding Nettelton Raiders. Craig Miller is the man on the mic. And, Craig, when you look at this matchup that is out of conference play here in the end of March, we could be in for a dandy this afternoon.
Certainly. You got that right, Marcus. Gosnell, the smaller school, but they have a tremendous baseball program there in Mississippi County. They're playing good baseball, coming off a tough loss last night at Riverside, and you can bet they want to right the ship today against the bigger Nettelton Raiders.
Well, we've got a beautiful day for baseball here at Nettelton. It's a little bit windy, so you'll probably see a lot more small ball today than you will power ball, but we'll get things going for you here in just a few minutes. And right now, we're going to step aside for a quick break, and we'll come back and set today's lineups and get ready for the action. You're watching Prep Baseball on Tubetown.
Farmers Bank and Trust offers instant image debit cards.
36.
Showcase your school spirit, your grandkids, your pet, or your favorite sport. Walk in, open an account, and walk out of the bank with an instant image debit card ready to use. Finally, a debit card as unique as you from Farmers Bank and Trust. Traditional banking at its best. Farmers Bank and Trust, with locations in Blytheville, Gosnell, and Manila. Member FDIC.
For your smartphones, tablets, phablets. For the browsers you carry in your trousers, wowzers. For your big screens and small screens, short screens and tall screens, get speed that screams. From the top of your desk to the palm of your hand, it's the fastest internet speed in the land.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 50 meg internet speeds. If you're not getting your internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Ritter Communications. Right by you.
Until you've seen how fast it really is, some people's reaction to Ritter's 50 megabit internet might be like 50 mega, huh? Here's how we describe it. Mega beautiful, mega fast, mega blast, mega party, mega Ritter. There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 50 meg internet speeds. In a word, that means mega fun. If you're not getting your high-speed internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Only from Ritter Communications, right by you.
We are more than daily transactions. We are more than checks and debit cards. We are more than farmland. For the people of Poinsett County, we are more than just a bank. At First Delta Bank, we see the world through the eyes of our customers because we know that our customers are our most valuable investment. We are proud of who we are and want to earn your banking business. We are First Delta Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The Big Daddy, love the wedgie, breadsticks, hoagies, hot and freshy, cheesy bread, and chicken wings, and Fox's Pizza makes me swing. What does the fox eat? Fresh.
High-speed internet for every grown-up, grandparent, kid, teen, and in between. Ritter's got it. Every JPEG, MPEG, and GIF for the working mom or the working stiff, loaded in a GIF. Whether you're a blogger, gamer, or pixel tamer, don't be a slow-speed blamer. Don't waste your time waiting to load that page. Get Ritter high-speed internet. It's all the rage.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 50 meg internet speeds. Only from Ritter Communications. Right by you.
When you or someone you love needs extra care at home, look to Absolute Care, where clients come first. Absolute Care offers personal care, adult companion, homemaker, and respite services. At Absolute Care, we work hard to keep your loved ones safe at home. If someone you love needs extra care in the home, call us today, Absolute Care, where clients come first.
Technology was supposed to make our lives easier. No one told us about the plethora of glitches, viruses, hackers, hundreds of passwords to remember, and getting all our tech to sync up. Introducing Tech Home. Technology made easy for you and your devices. Tech Home makes it easy to set up, protect, and enjoy your internet-connected devices anytime, anywhere. Security, password management, backup, and premium tech support. Get back in charge of your digital life now with Tech Home.
911, what's your emergency?
I'm home alone. Someone is trying to get in the back door.
Find a safe place like in a closet or under a bed, okay?
Okay.
Be very quiet and don't worry. Your home phone gave me your location.
Hurry.
Help is on the way.
Only a dedicated home phone can quickly pinpoint your address for emergency personnel. Cell phones can't. Keep your loved ones safe for less than 60 cents a day with a home phone from Ritter. Call today or go to rittercommunications.com.
And we welcome you back to Raider Field for today's matchup between Gosnell and Nettelton. Live prep baseball right here on TubeTown and also on tubetownonline.com. And at this time, I'm going to pitch it over to my broadcast partner, Craig Miller, to set today's lineups.
We got high school baseball today, Marcus, and I can't think of any other place I'd rather be than calling this game. Gosnell at Nettelton. Introducing the starting lineups for both teams. We're going to begin with the visitors, the Gosnell Pirates. Leading off and playing left field is number 8, Ronnie McShann. Batting second, the center fielder, Andy Roberts. Hitting in the 3-hole, Austin Wren, the first baseman. The right fielder bats clean up, number 11, Devin Burks. Batting fifth and catching is Hunter Jolly. Wears number 6 on the back of his uniform. There's a good look at Hunter right there, catching infield. Coach Blake Burnside utilizing the fungo. Batting sixth, the pitcher, number 20, Matthew Miller, big right-handed senior. Batting seventh is the shortstop, Guy Bennett, the man who the coach says has the best hands on the team. The second baseman bats 8th. His name is Aaron Parham, and batting 9th is third baseman Kyle Robinson, wearing number 12. Introducing the starting lineups for the Nettelton Raiders. You see him there in the background. Now, Marcus, you know me for a long time. You know that I'm a Nettelton guy.
Absolutely.
I'm going to do my absolute best to be objective today and try not to let my love for the Raiders get in the way of
try to bridle some of that Raider pride.
That's right. I want to apologize to all our great fans from Gosnell right now, though. I'm not going to be able to do it, but I love these kids. I'm about to call out to you, undoubtedly. Leading off and playing shortstop, number 13, Cody Wilkins. Batting second, playing left field, C.J. Cleary. Batting third, the designated hitter, P.J. Hilson. Going to talk a lot about that young man today, preseason conference player of the year. Batting fourth, the third baseman, Jack Hall. Batting fifth, playing right field, is Aaron Voppel. Batting sixth, the catcher, Seth Robinson. Batting seventh, Evan Moore. He's playing first base, coming off an injury. His first game back. Great to see Evan back in the lineup. Batting eighth, the center fielder, Cameron Ramsey. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Ryan Sanborn. Should be a very good, evenly matched ball game today, Marcus.
Absolutely. And our first pitch forecast, that's easy for me to say. 79 degrees, 20% chance of rain. We do have a little bit of a breeze from the south-southeast coming in at 14 miles an hour, but I do believe the rain's going to hold off and let us get good and going here. So we're just waiting on the men in blue to step back and say, let's play ball.
Home plate umpire today is Don Anderson. In the field, he is joined by his partner, Doug Qualls. So there is, you see, Coach Brandon Eller giving some instructions on the ground rules here at Raider Field. A beautiful ballpark here on the campus at Nettelton.
Very nice, very nice.
It was constructed in 1994. They started the baseball program in 1986.
Wow.
Fun fact for you, Marcus, a little skinny freshman named Craig Miller was on that team, that first team. Sat on the bench, spent a lot of sunflower seeds, kept the scorebook, even coached first base a little bit.
Well, there you go.
Coach Darrell Dover was our head coach. Didn't have an assistant. But that was our first year, and we didn't have this beautiful field here, but we do today, and privileged to be calling a ball game here.
It is really a nice facility you guys have here. Noticed a little indoor practice facility over there, too.
That is actually brand new. There's the Raider Field House that you see in center field. And just on the other side of it, in the left, past the left field fence on our softball field, is the brand new Raider baseball and softball field house. Have several state-of-the-art batting tunnels in there, batting cages. Very nice facility for the athletes here at Nettelton. Very proud of how this campus has grown over the years, and just a great place to play a game of high school baseball.
Absolutely. Well, as you can see, our PA announcer, Doug Doggett, is laying out everyone for the game. And while he's finishing up there, we may step aside for another quick break, and we'll be back for the first pitch right after this. You're watching Prep Baseball on Tubetown.
When you or someone you love needs extra care at home, look to Absolute Care, where clients come first. Absolute Care offers personal care, adult companion, homemaker, and respite services. At Absolute Care, we work hard to keep your loved ones safe at home. If someone you love needs extra care in the home, call us today, Absolute Care, where clients come first.
And we welcome you back to Raider Field. We're getting ready for a high school baseball game, non-conference matchup between the Gosnell Pirates and the Nettelton Raiders. We're just about to have the national anthem. Marcus Carlton has informed me there will be no Colin Kaepernick. Everybody's got to stand. So let's step aside here and listen to the playing of our national anthem. Beautiful song, beautiful day for baseball. Nettelton versus Gosnell. Looks like the wind is blowing across the field toward left. I guess you could say that might favor the right-handed hitters. The lefties going to have a tough time today battling that wind. Getting the start on the mound today for Nettelton is sophomore left-hander Reese Dunlap, the only left-handed pitcher on the Raiders staff.
Oh, wow.
Great young man, has a fastball, throws a curveball, throws a changeup. So your standard 3 pitches in high school baseball, he's got them all. Behind the plate is Seth Robinson, one of the few seniors on this Nettelton team. Seth is the leader, the backbone of the team, according to Coach Clint Wilson. Very spirited young man, a lot of fun. Around the horn, first base, Evan Moore. His father is Spencer Moore, owner of Demo's Smokehouse Barbecue.
There you go.
His father was the ace of the very first Nettelton baseball team back in '86.
Really?
First team modern era. Spencer was the ace of that team. His younger son, Evan, playing first base, coming back off of an injury. He's been out for about the last 2.5 weeks. Ryan Sanborn gets the start at second base. Ryan, the best infielder on the team, according to Coach Wilson. He's starting at second. Cody Wilkins at shortstop, and Jack Hall, the cleanup hitter. He is playing third. Jack is a great pitcher, also a great catcher, but he's having some arm trouble, and they feel like third base will be a place where he will not have to throw every single pitch, so protect that arm a little bit. In the outfield, left to right, left field is C.J. Cleary, outstanding athlete, starting defensive back on the football team, covers an awful lot of ground. In center field, Cameron Ramsey, the Charlie Hustle of the Nettelton Raider baseball team. This kid plays hard every play. He's a starting center fielder. And in right field is Aaron Voppel. So pretty good defensive setup here for the Raiders.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this wind affects today's game, because when we got here to set up around 1:30, it was blowing straight in from center field, and it switched directions a little bit. So we'll see what happens here.
Ronnie McShann, the left fielder, he's leading off for the Pirates, and we're just about ready to get underway.
Yeah. McShann is, if that name sounds familiar, that's because he ran all over the football field as a running back, do everything for Gosnell.
First offering from Dunlap is a strike right on the inside corner. Good to see Reese getting ahead in the count. That's going to be key for this young man today.
That's what every pitcher wants, to start off with a strike.
Hey, the best pitch in baseball, the strike. Ball fouled away. I would say a souvenir for one of our many fans here, but instead it's a chance for a freshman to stretch his legs.
Oh, there you go.
Go get that foul ball.
Put the sunflower seeds down for a minute, chase the ball.
Reese Dunlap way ahead in the count, 0-2. Here's his 0-2 delivery. Ball up and away, and Ronnie McShann collects himself. Still behind in the count, 1-2. There's Seth Robinson giving the sign. And it hit him. It hit him. That's not what you want to see right there.
That's not exactly how you'd want to start off there.
No, hit by pitch, especially when you're up in the count, 1-2. So you can bet the young left-hander from Nettelton would love to have that one back. McShann is on, leadoff hitter on, and Andy Roberts at the plate. Dunlap is going to have to work from the stretch here. Evan Moore, the first baseman. Ronnie McShann on first. Pretty good size lead right there.
Wouldn't be surprised to see McShann steal, given the speed he had on the football field.
Ball fouled out of play. And Dunlap once again getting ahead in the count. Seth Robinson gives it a look. Now, one thing I like to see here, you watch Seth Robinson catch. You don't see him look to the dugout. He's calling his own game. As we have a little check on the runner over there by Reese Dunlap. He slides back in safely.
I'm not sure how often you see that on the high school level.
You don't see it very often. The coach usually calls every pitch, but Coach Brandon Eller told me he trusts Robinson. He's letting him call the game today. I like to see that. 0-1, here it is. He squares around. Look, he's showing bunt. So Coach Blake Burnside giving the signs right there, and looks like he's maybe playing a little bit of small ball here against the Raiders. 1-1 the count. 1-1 the count to Andy Roberts. Runner goes, bunts foul. Third baseman Jack Hall scoops it up, gets it back to Dunlap. We're going to reset and do that one again.
It'll be interesting to see what happens here with 2 strikes. Do you go ahead and try to lay down the bunt, or you just get the swing away and see what happens?
Something tells me he'll be swinging away. Don't want to risk another foul ball, which would be recorded as a strikeout. Dunlap goes back over.
I think Dunlap realizes that there is a threat to steal there at first. That's
Certainly.
a couple times he's thrown over to bring McShann back.
Big advantage for Dunlap. He is left-handed. He can look right at that runner on first base. Runner takes off. Steve Wright 3 call. The throw down to second is not in time as McShann steals one, and Andy Roberts goes down looking. So we got 1 out here in the top of the first inning. And Austin Wren steps in. Left-handed hitter, plays first base. Coach Blake Burnside said he is undoubtedly his best hitter. So runner on second. The ball gets away in the dirt. Robinson tried to block it, but it scooted almost all the way down to the outer edge of the third base dugout right there, and that allows Ronnie McShann to advance on what will be scored as a wild pitch. Runner on third, 1 out now for Reese Dunlap.
You get a good deep fly ball here, and Gosnell may get on the board early.
I don't think it had to be very deep at all with that speedster on third base.
No.
Here's the pitch. Ball missed. Looks like it might have been a little bit low. Dunlap's been all around the strike zone. That is certainly good to see. But he finds himself in a bit of a jam here in the top of the first inning. Swinging a ground ball to the shortstop. Cody Wilkins fields, throws, records the out. However, Ronnie McShann does score, and the Gosnell Pirates take an early lead 1-0 on an RBI ground out by Austin Wren. 6-3 is how we score it. And Austin Wren gets the Pirates on the board. That brings up the cleanup hitter, right fielder, Devin Burks.
Chalk up an RBI there. Get Gosnell on the board early.
They take a 1-0 lead against the Pirates, against the Raiders, that is. Foul ball evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike to Devin Burks.
I would think as the road team, you want to get off to as big of a start as you can right here at the top of the first. Maybe try to get into the pitcher's head a little bit.
Especially when that pitcher is a young pitcher, doesn't have just a whole lot of experience on the mound. Foul ball, Evan Moore gives it a look, and he watches it fly out of play. Evan Moore jogs back. Devin Burks picks up his bat. We're going to do it again. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and you can bet Reese Dunlap would like to get out of this inning with just 1 run scored right now. Reese has got the sign, and the home plate umpire calls timeout. Don Anderson. From the windup, Dunlap kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, but the ball gets away from Robinson, and he's not going to be able to recover in time to get him at first base. So Devin Burks reaches on a strikeout. Hunter Jolly comes up. He's catching for the Pirates today.
That's always a tough play there when the pitcher works to get the strikeout and then the ball can't be retrieved and you still got the runner at first and the inning lives.
Yes, it does. That's a tough break for young Reese Dunlap for sure. First pitch is a ground ball to the second baseman. Sanborn tries to barehand it and is unable to. I believe the runner advancing from first to second might have played with him just a little bit, but that's got to be scored an error on Sanborn. Interesting decision there. He tried to barehand it instead of gloving it.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe he thought the speed of the runner didn't have time to actually field it cleanly. Might try for the flip over to second, but everybody's safe, and it looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner here.
Yeah, I like Blake Burnside. I like his baseball strategy here. He's not using a DH. He's playing real baseball. But that's one rule that he has taken advantage of, the courtesy runner rule for the catcher, Hunter Jolly. Matthew Miller at the plate. He is starting pitcher. He's the starting pitcher for the Pirates today. Big right-handed batter. Holds the bat down on the knob. He stands in from the right side. Runners on first and second. 2 down. Reese Dunlap trying to work out of a jam here. Ball gets away from Robinson, and that will be a wild pitch. Both runners will move up. And in a revolting development, Dunlap is looking at runners on second and third. 2 outs.
Tough situation for the young pitcher right here at the top of the first.
Certainly is. We'll see if he can't work out of it. 1-1 the count. Called strike. Nice pitch right there. I like the way that Dunlap came right back after him. His counterpart, Matthew Miller at the plate. 1-2 at the count. 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Here's the pitch. Ball up and away. Evens the count. I believe we call this deuces wild. 2 on, 2 out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Reese Dunlap kicks and fires. And we're going to go to a full count as that ball's out of the strike zone. 72 miles an hour. Not what you'd call great velocity on the high school level. Soft tossing lefty. Here's the payoff pitch. Swinging a little dribbler foul. Robinson retrieves it. Fires it back. We'll have the payoff pitch again. Reese Dunlap with runners on second and third. He's electing to go from the windup here. And here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Big pitch there by the sophomore left-hander from Nettelton. Gosnell scores 1 in the top of the first. We're going to the bottom of the first. 1-0 Pirates.
The Big Daddy, love the wedgie, breadsticks, hoagies, hot and freshy, cheesy bread, and chicken wings, and Fox's Pizza makes me swing. What does the fox eat?
The bottom of the first inning of this high school non-conference matchup, Gosnell leads the Raiders by the score of 1-0 on an RBI ground out by Austin Wren. The Raiders coming up, they're going to send Cody Wilkins to the plate, followed by C.J. Cleary, P.J. Hilson. On the mound, you see the Gosnell starter, that is number 10, Matthew Miller. No relation. He wanted me to make sure and let everybody know that. Senior right-hander. Good velocity. As Coach Blake Burnside said, he has an outstanding breaking ball, and that might mean trouble for these Raider batters, predominantly right-handers. And there it is right there. We just saw the hook. Nice break on that. Has a fastball, curveball change. Defensively for the Pirates, outfield, left to right, Ronnie McShann, Andy Roberts, Devin Burks. In the infield, third base, Kyle Robinson, shortstop, Guy Bennett, Aaron Prim at second, Austin Wren at first, Matthew Miller at the plate, Hunter Jolly behind the plate, and we are ready to get going in the bottom of the first. The Raiders find themselves trailing this game 1-0, and they're going to start, they're going to send to the plate, leading off, Cody Wilkins, the shortstop. Wilkins, one of the few seniors, I believe there's 3 seniors on this team.
Only 3 seniors. That's rare. You only have that few of seniors on a senior high team.
And there's that curveball, but it's out of the strike zone.
Got a lot of talent up ahead of you if you've only got 3 seniors leaving out after this year.
Cody Wilkins coming into this contest hitting .316. So he definitely does put the ball in play.
Showing nice patience early on here too.
Fastball is swung
nice
on.
Play.
Very good play there by the third baseman. High throw, but the first baseman, Austin Wren, able to corral it and record the out. Kyle Robinson showed a lot of range on that play, Marcus, ranging far to his left to make the play.
Really did, and nice recovery over here by your first baseman as well to jump up, grab the ball, and come down on the bag.
That brings up C.J. Cleary. He's batting with the bases empty here in the top of the first. Fastball misses outside.
We'll go back to that play at first. That's not an easy play to make when you're trying to control the ball and see where you come down.
Especially when you hear footsteps coming down that line.
That's going to drop.
Foul ball right out there, just out of reach for.
I think that wind kind of got a hold of that one. If we don't have wind, that might be either a fly out to the left fielder or a single.
The wind is whipping out here for sure. Ronnie McShann, Guy Bennett, Kyle Robinson unable to come down with that. C.J. Cleary definitely thankful.
Gets another chance.
Absolutely. Left fielder, starting defensive back for the football team. He's batting .316. Fastball called for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. C.J. Cleary got to protect right here. He's liable to see that hook from Matthew Miller.
They try to get him to chase one.
A curveball that stayed up. And he pulls even in the count. Just like the leadoff hitter, Cody Wilkins, C.J. Cleary hitting .316 on the year coming in. Raiders got a big win last night against Paragould, and they'd like to continue their winning ways today. They play Paragould again Friday. Interesting way they're doing the scheduling. Used to, up until this year, it was a double-header conference games. Swinging a base hit toward left field. Nice piece of hitting there by C.J. Cleary. Took what the pitcher gave him, pulled it over the third baseman's head. C.J. Cleary is on with 1 out.
Nice clean base hit and pulled it right down the left field line. Nettelton has a runner on base.
And that brings up P.J. Hilson. He is the preseason 5A, 6A East Conference Player of the Year. Great expectations for P.J. Hilson. He's playing injured right now. He has a torn deltoid muscle. He's the Raiders' #1 pitcher. His fastball touches 91 miles per hour,
wow,
which is extremely good high school velocity, to say the least. But he is hurt right now. He gets under that one, pops it up. We'll see if that one stays in. It looks like the third baseman has a beat on it, but he's unable to haul it in. And, Marcus, something tells me the wind had something to do with that.
Yeah, he looked to be set underneath it, and then it moved on him at the last second.
I don't know what the official score is. The official score going to give him an error on that, or was he just going to no error on that one? Okay.
We'll blame Mother Nature on that one.
Yes. Official score. I guess is Doug Doggett our official scorer here today? How about that? He does PA. He's official. He can do it all. Doug Doggett is a man of many talents. The 0-1 count to the very dangerous P.J. Hilson. Matthew Moore checks on the runner, Cleary. Hilson bunting back to the pitcher. He throws it over the shortstop's head, and C.J. Cleary in safely, and we will score that one, an error on the pitcher. E1, C.J. Cleary, second base. Pretty interesting right there. Coach Brendan Eller choosing to have his three-hole hitter, power hitter, P.J. Hilson. It don't matter where you bat, though.
Right.
Coach calls a bunt, you lay down the bunt. P.J. Hilson didn't get it down very good, too hard to the pitcher, but thanks to the error, it worked out all right for the Raiders, and that brings up cleanup hitter Jack Hall. Jack Hall, third baseman. First pitch is a fastball called strike. Hall is coming in batting .333. Hits with good pop, has good gap power. And you could bet he would like to put his Nettelton Raiders on the board right here in the bottom of the first. Raiders trail by one. Inside move, a look on the runner. C.J. Cleary read it. Nice job by the Raider left fielder. Cleary at second. Hilson at first. Here's the pitch to Hall. Strike at the letters. Getting a little bit of moaning here from the Raider faithful. Thinking that ball might have been a little bit high. Maybe it was, Marcus, but if the umpire calls it a strike, that's what it is. And Hall behind in the count 0-2. Curveball there and sails out of the strike zone. Coach Burnside bragging on that curveball from Matthew Miller. So far, he's been unable to throw it for a strike.
Yeah, it seems to be hanging on him a little bit.
And that is bad news for a young right-handed pitcher. Those hanging curveballs have a way of landing on the other side of the fence. Here's the 1-2. Fastball fouled back. Jack Hall staying alive.
Sorry about that, Craig. If you're Dunlap, you've got to like what you see here. 2-1, 1 out, and the pitch count mounting.
Definitely. He would love for his offensive counterparts to help him out. Here's Jack Hall's opportunity. Throw back to second base. Gets past the shortstop and the second baseman, the center fielder there, and C.J. Cleary unable to advance.
Very lucky there. Good fundamentals by the center fielder to have his infield's back right there, because that could have gotten ugly.
Gosnell, fundamentally sound team, but they're throwing the ball around a little bit here in the first inning. Here's the 1-2 to Jack Hall. Swinging a ground ball, foul through the curveball. Nice play there by third base coach Hart. Coach Brandon Eller, the Raiders head coach, calling the game from the dugout. A lot of times you'll see the head coach from the third base box, but Eller in the dugout. Here's the pitch. It's a ball outside. Good eye by Jack Hall. 2-2 the count. This young man, this cleanup hitter for the Raiders, showing a good amount of plate discipline right there with 2 strikes and the ball just outside. He let it sail by. Good eye there by Hall. Curveball. Jack Hall fights it off. I like this at-bat right here. Jack Hall
he's
up there battling.
He is. He's battling hard. His timing was just a little bit off on that curveball, but you know he's got another chance here.
Tell you, if Jack Hall hits the curveball, he's doing something that a lot of high school batters cannot do.
Yes,
it's a
definitely.
tough pitch. I promise you, this high school batter had a tough time with the old Uncle Charlie.
Yes,
most of them do. Of course, I had trouble with the fastball and the changeup as well. Jack Hall with a 2-2 count. The Raider cleanup hitter waits.
Good eye.
Ball just outside. Home plate umpire Don Anderson has been calling a high strike. That one just a bit outside. 3-2 the count. We'll see if Coach Eller starts the runners. Runners not going. Fastball fouled back by Jack Hall. That was a good pitch right there. It looked like it was right at the knees, outside, and Jack Hall fought it off, continuing a very good at-bat.
Man, this is a battle between these two right here.
Matthew Miller, hard-throwing right-hander from Gosnell. Jack Hall, sophomore third baseman for the Nettelton Raiders.
You know, here we are, bottom of the first inning, and Miller's already up to 19 total pitches.
Ball outside, excellent at-bat by Jack Hall, and he draws a walk that will load the bases for Aaron Voppel.
Now batting number 1, Aaron Voppel.
It's a good situation for the Raiders. Only one out, bases loaded. You'd have to think may get something big here.
Aaron Voppel certainly can make it happen. He taps one foul, swinging on the first pitch. He's hitting .414 on the year. He does have a home run and 10 RBIs. He leads the Raiders in RBIs. Aaron Voppel's got some pop in his bat, and he's batting with the bases loaded and one out here in the bottom of the first inning. Raiders need to plate some here.
It's a prime opportunity for sure.
Matthew Miller looks at the runner on third, kicks, fires. Good curveball right there.
I'm not sure Voppel was expecting the curveball on that pitch.
Certainly didn't look like it. But he threw that one for a strike, and Voppel is behind 0-2. We'll see if he tries to blow him away with the fastball or if he throws him another wrinkle. The pitch, it's a curveball. It gets past the catcher. Actually, it hit him. It actually hit him. That's a hit by pitch, and that's what you call an RBI the hard way. As C.J. Cleary scores, he gets some love, and look at the first person to greet him, the starting pitcher, Reese Dunlap.
Next up, number 17, Seth Robinson.
And that brings up the Raiders senior, the backbone of the team, according to Coach Clint Wilson, Seth Robinson. This kid is an awful lot of fun at school. He's the life of the party wherever he goes. He's the Raider catcher, one of the few seniors on the team, and he is batting with the bases loaded. Fastball high. You mentioned the pitch count. It looks like Matthew Miller may be laboring a little bit out here. Bases loaded, one down. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Robinson. Swing and foul back. Like it got a little piece of the catcher. He's kind of walking around slowly. Caught him in the mask, it looked like. A little bit of a glancing blow, and he's having to kind of shake the cobwebs off. That play right there is what retired Cardinal manager Mike Matheny, the old foul ball to the catcher's mask. He received a number of those, a whole lot of concussions. He reached the point where he had to step away from the game while he could still play. Dangerous position back there.
No doubt.
And we hope that Hunter Jolly is all right. Seems to be. He's back. Here's the 1-1. Curveball, nice pitch right there. Curveball caught the inside part of the plate. 1-2.
Last couple curveballs have really found their placement, so he may be starting to settle down a little bit.
And that is bad news for the Raiders. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Tapped to the right side by Seth Robinson. That's going to stay fair. He's safe. He is safe. He eluded the tag. We'll call that an infield single for Seth Robinson and an RBI. And the Raiders have taken the lead by the score of 2-1 as P.J. Hilson comes across. And that brings up Evan Moore.
And now batting number 36, Evan Moore.
Jamison Bridger, the courtesy runner. And Evan Moore, the first baseman at the plate. Swing, and boy, he takes a rip at that ball. Evan has been on the injured list for the last couple of weeks, but before he went down with an injury, he was hitting .455 for the Raiders with a couple of doubles. The young man hits the ball hard. You can bet Coach Eller glad to have him back in the lineup.
I've noticed early on here you got some aggressive batters in the Nettelton lineup.
The Raiders going to score one, perhaps two. Seth Robinson chugging the play. He's safe, and the Raiders score two on a throwing error by the pitcher, Matt Miller. Seth Robinson scored all the way from first base. And how about that? The Raiders take a 4-1 lead on a throwing error by the pitcher. Two-base error, and I said Seth Robinson scored. You have to forgive me on that. That was not Seth Robinson, as Evan Moore grounds the ball to shortstop. That's an E6, and the Raiders score another run, making the score 5-1 as Seth Robinson scores. Jamison Bridger scores. That was Aaron Voppel that scored all the way from second base on that. The Raiders take a 5-1 lead, however, and that brings up Cameron Ramsey, the center fielder. Evan Moore, first baseman. Looked like he might have been going on that pitch. But Evan with a pretty decent lead over there at first. Swinging a shot to the shortstop. He's going to try to double Evan Moore off. He would have got him, but the ball hit him. Ball hits Evan Moore. Evan Moore back safely. If we were playing wiffle ball, Evan Moore would be out. Cameron Ramsey lines out to the shortstop. That's the second out, and that brings up Ryan Sanborn, second baseman for the Raiders. Outstanding infielder. And he is batting with a runner on first and 2 out. Shows bunt, pulls it back. Sanborn struggling a bit at the plate this year. He is a defensive specialist, but able to help he's bunting, and it's a foul ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. Trying to bunt for a base hit right here with 2 outs. And Sanborn hustles back, takes his place in the batter's box. And Matthew Miller waiting on him. Big right-handed senior from Gosnell, pitching from the stretch. Steve Wright called on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 74 mile an hour. That's the velocity on that. Pretty decent high school speed from Matthew Miller. The 1-2 pitch on its way. Swinging a miss on the curveball. He struck him out, but the Raiders plate 5. We've played 1. Your score, Nettelton 5, Gosnell 1. You're watching Raider Baseball on Tubetown, brought to you by Ritter Cable.
We are more than daily transactions. We are more than checks and debit cards. We are more than farmland. For the people of Poinsett County, we are more than just a bank. At First Delta Bank, we see the world through the eyes of our customers, because we know that our customers are our most valuable investment. We are proud of who we are and want to earn your banking business. We are First Delta Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Raider Field. You're watching high school baseball here on Tubetown. Reese Dunlap, a very happy left-handed pitcher for the Raiders, is his offensive counterpart scored 5 runs in the bottom of the first inning, and the Raiders lead this game 5-1 here in the top of the second. The Pirates are going to be sending up their 7, 8, 9 hitters. They plated 1 run in the top of the first. Reese Dunlap ready for the top of the second. He's a sophomore lefty. Talking with Coach Clint Wilson before the game, he said that over spring break, Reese Dunlap over in Memphis, he pitched against an extremely good Collierville, Tennessee team. Came in a clutch situation, hostile environment, pitched a shutout inning, and he says that was just a tremendous effort by Reese Dunlap, and hopefully does great things for this young man's confidence. He is ready to go, and we're underway here in the top of the second at Raider Field. Guy Bennett, the shortstop, will be leading off.
Be interesting to see how Gosnell responds after allowing that 5 spot in the bottom of the first.
Well, they certainly did not look good defensively there. Had a couple of costly errors in the inning. One by the pitcher, Matthew Miller, that allowed a couple of runs. I know Gosnell is a little more fundamentally sound than that. Reese Dunlap throwing a little bender of his own right there, and he's way ahead in the count on Guy Bennett.
Bennett chased one a little out of the zone there.
He's behind in the count. Here's the 0-2 from Dunlap. Swinging a chopper up the middle. Cody Wilkins fields it on a hop, throws over, unable to get him. Throws it away. Runner is thought about advancing to second, slides back in safely. And I don't know if he would have beat that anyway. How are you scoring that, Doug? Is that a base hit? The official scorer, Doug Doggett, gives Guy Bennett a base hit. I think that's a good call. He would have beat it out anyway. The throw was wild, but he was there. Guy Bennett with the infield single, and that brings up the second baseman, Aaron Parham. Look at the runner. First pitch misses just inside. Aaron Parham, the second baseman for the Pirates. Move over there to first base. And sliding back safely is Guy Bennett. 3 errors for the Gosnell Pirates in the top of the first inning. That led to 5 Nettelton Raider runs. He's squaring around a bunt, and
I believe it got him on the foot.
I believe it got him. That's the second batter that Dunlap has been today. And that puts runners on first and second with nobody out, and you can bet Dunlap would like to have that one back.
Brings out a visit to the mound.
Coach Brendan Eller, in his second year at the helm of this tremendous Nettelton Raider baseball program, he's got his young Raiders playing good ball. They are 4-1 in conference right now. Very tough 5A East, and this year 5A, 6A East combination conference.
Yeah, the blended carried over. You know, that started with basketball this season, and it carries over into baseball season as well.
Kyle Robinson, the third baseman, stands in. 9-hole hitter, but a chance to do some damage to the Raiders here in the top of the second inning. Reese Dunlap pitching from the stretch. Shows bunt, pulls it back. Ball gets away from Robinson, and the runner advances from second to third. That's Guy Bennett. And didn't look like any kind of and actually both runners advanced. Aaron Parham advances to second. We'll score that a wild pitch. And here's the 1-0 from Dunlap. Swinging strike, evens the count, 1-1. 73 miles per hour on the fastball there from the sophomore lefty, Reese Dunlap. Seth Robinson gives the sign, and here's the pitch. He's showing bunt again. It's fouled right back on the screen. Good thing they built that net right there. Our production crew might have took one right in the chops.
Yeah. It's still, you know, I've sat there in that chair, and it's still hard to not flinch when you see the ball come. Actually, when you hear it before you see it coming at you.
Runners on second, third, nobody out. Here's the next delivery from Dunlap. Swing and a miss. He got him on the inside like a fastball. 73 miles per hour on the gun, and that was a big out right there for this Nettelton lefty.
Back to the top of the lineup with McShann.
Ronnie McShann was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. Scored the Pirates' only run. There's that curveball from Dunlap. Missed outside. 61 mile an hour on the curveball. He throws his fastball low 70s. So this crafty Nettelton lefty able to change some speeds. There's the fastball, and he pulls it foul. 73 on the gun on the fastball. They say that hitting is all about timing, and pitching is all about upsetting that timing. Reese Dunlap doing a good job so far of that here in the top of the second against the left fielder for the Pirates. 1-1 the count. Runners on second and third. Here's the pitch. Just missed.
Looked good from here.
Looked very good from here. That might have been his change. I'm not real sure. In any event, it's a ball. 2-1 the count. Would have been nice to get that one. Fastball is fouled away and out of play right there by Raider Jim. 2-2 the count. Sound like it hit somebody's vehicle. Heard the alarm system go off.
I'm hoping that was a sound effect.
I don't know what kind of insurance we have here at Nettelton. 2-2 the count. 1 out. Runners on second, third. Reese Dunlap from the belt. Kicks, fires. Steve Wright called. Excellent pitch. Painted the corner and hit 74 on the gun right there. A timely strikeout for Reese Dunlap.
2 big outs right there for Dunlap and the Raiders with the runners on second and third. That changes your strategy a bit here.
Andy Roberts, the center fielder, comes to the plate, struck out looking his first at-bat. We have ourselves a lefty-lefty matchup. Nice job by Seth Robinson keeping that ball in front of him.
Going back to that last pitch by McShann, you can't paint the corner any better than he did with that one.
That was beautiful, undoubtedly. Beautiful pitch there by Reese Dunlap. 1-0 the count. Curveball high, 2-0 against Andy Roberts. Austin Wren lurking on deck for the Pirates. It would be in his best interest to retire this batter. Swinging a little flare toward left field, C.J. Cleary
he got there.
Had a good jump on the ball. He makes the catch. So the Pirates strand a couple. We're heading to the bottom of the second inning. The Raiders lead the Pirates 5-1 here on Tubetown.
When you or someone you love needs extra care at home, look to Absolute Care, where clients come first. Absolute Care offers personal care, adult companion, homemaker, and respite services. At Absolute Care, we work hard to keep your loved ones safe at home. If someone you love needs extra care in the home, call us today, Absolute Care, where clients come first.
And we welcome you back to beautiful Raider Field here at Nettelton High School, where Raider pride is justified. High school baseball action, the visiting Gosnell Pirates taking on the home team, the Nettelton Raiders. The Raiders lead the Pirates 5-1 here in the bottom of the second inning. Not exactly a well-played game so far, especially if you're looking at the Gosnell side of the scoreboard. For Gosnell, 1 run, 1 hit, 3 errors in the first inning. The Raiders, 5 runs on 2 hits. They have committed 1 error in the field themselves.
And the balls really seem to be scooting away from both teams there in the first inning. A lot of sloppy throws from the pitcher trying to pick off plays and just some overall, sloppiness. There's no better word for it. But
Gosnell lost an emotional game last night against conference foe Riverside, who's got a very good team this year. And maybe just a little bit of a letdown game for him so far.
Yeah, could be a little hangover from that.
Plenty of time to right the ship, though, to right the Pirate ship. Cody Wilkins leading off, hits a ground ball toward the shortstop. Third baseman tried to make a play, unable to. Shortstop gets it, and he fires it across the diamond for the out. Guy Bennett to Austin Wren, and Cody Wilkins is retired for the second time today for the first out here in the bottom of the second. C.J. Cleary hit a single in his first at-bat, scored a run. He stands in here in the second, swinging a miss. I like the way C.J. Cleary, I like his approach at the plate. This young man goes up there to hit the ball.
Yeah, doesn't waste any time swinging at the first pitch. I believe he did that his last at-bat as well.
0-1 pitch. 78-mile-an-hour fastball. That ball had a little bit of giddy up to it right there. Out of the strike zone, however. And Cleary is even in the count. A good fastball hitter, C.J. Cleary. Has a quick bat. He can handle any fastball that he sees. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a little nubber toward the right side of the infield. Nice play there by Matthew Miller, and he shovels it over to get the speedy C.J. Cleary. 2 up, 2 down for the Raiders.
Score that 1-3 on the putout.
For those of you keeping score at home, you think anybody's keeping score at home?
I hope so.
Hey, it's great Americans that keep score at home. P.J. Hilson stands in.
1 for 1 on the day. Unofficially.
Unofficially, I believe that was scored a hit in the first inning, wasn't it?
I believe so.
I had it down as an error, but I have wrong. P.J. Hilson skies one toward right field. The right fielder, Devin Burks, under it. He retires it. 3 up, 3 down for the Raiders in the bottom of the second inning. We've played 2 here at Raider Field. The Raiders lead the Pirates 5-1.
In the bottom of the second inning, no run.
What does the fox eat? The Big Daddy, love the wedgie, breadsticks, hoagies, hot and freshy, cheesy bread, and chicken wings, and Fox's pizza makes me swing.
welcome you back to high school baseball here on Tubetown Ritter Cable. We're at Nettelton, Raider Field, where that man right there, Reese Dunlap, and his Nettelton Raiders are enjoying a 5-1 lead over the Gosnell Pirates, top of the third inning. Beautiful day for baseball, a little bit windy out there, but it's according to my thermometer here, it's 78 degrees at Raider Field. And high school spring baseball, you cannot complain about that, Marcus.
No, not at all. I mean, especially with the way Arkansas weather is known to go. If you get a day like today, you want to bottle it up and keep it for the whole season.
We would take a bunch of them for sure. The Raiders lead the Pirates by the score of 5-1, and Reese Dunlap is going to be dealing with the heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5. Austin Wren leading off.
Austin's 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out in his first at bat.
Lefty on lefty. We'll see if Reese Dunlap can press that to his advantage.
Yeah, that's not a matchup you'd like to see. Who has the advantage in the lefty versus lefty?
Well, traditionally the pitcher has it. Their breaking ball moves away from the left-handed batter. That ball must have hit a pole.
Yeah, hit it right off the pole there.
That was a loud foul ball. Usually the foul balls just land very softly into the net, but that thing, it clanged around back there. 1-1 the count to the 3-hole hitter, Austin Wren. Coach Burnside says he is his best hitter. We'll see what the Raider lefty can do with him. The 1-1. Fastball just misses. He falls behind in the count.
Sometimes it's tough for a left-handed batter to lay off that inside fastball.
Swing and a shot toward left field, but right at C.J. Cleary, and the Raider left fielder hauls it in for the first out of the inning. So there's one threat down, and that brings up the cleanup hitter, Devin Burks. Right-handed hitter, right fielder for the Pirates from the windup. Dunlap's first offering. Swing and driven to left. But there's C.J. Cleary. Looks like he got not too good of a read on it, but he leaps up and he makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Young C.J. Cleary's been a busy man out there.
Next up, number 6.
2 up, 2 down. Economical inning here for Reese Dunlap.
3 total pitches so far by my count.
If you want to go the distance, that's what you need to do.
That's how you do it.
That brings up the catcher, Hunter Jolly. He's ahead of the count, 1-0. Make that 2-0. Young man got his bell rung on a foul ball earlier. Seems to be all right. He's in the game and in the box right now. 2-0 the count. That's a strike from Reese Dunlap. 2-1 the count. 72-mile-an-hour fastball. The 2-1 is grounded to the second baseman. There's Ryan Sanborn. Gets it on a good hop, flips it over, and 3 up, 3 down. Good inning for Reese Dunlap and the Raiders. We're heading to the bottom of the third inning. Your score, Nettelton 5, Gosnell 1.
We are more than daily transactions. We are more than checks and debit cards. We are more than farmland. For the people of Poinsett County, we are more than just a bank. At First Delta Bank, we see the world through the eyes of our customers because we know that our customers are our most valuable investment. We are proud of who we are and want to earn your banking business. We are First Delta Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
We're at Raider Field. We're playing high school baseball. Everything right in the world here at Nettelton. For the Raiders, they lead the Pirates 5-1 in the bottom of the third inning. The Raiders will send up 4, 5, and 6 hitters this inning. Get a good look at the pitcher, Matthew Miller. And he'll be facing Jack Hall, the third baseman, Aaron Voppel, the right fielder, Seth Robinson, the catcher. Jack Hall walked. Aaron Voppel hit by a pitch in the first inning. Seth Robinson with an RBI single. All 3 of them scored in the first inning, and they're going to be coming to the plate here in the third. It's a windy day here at Raider Field. It's 78 degrees. Usually at high school baseball games, you can look out and see people wrapped up like Eskimos in the crowd, but everybody seems to be enjoying the weather. There's young ladies with shirt sleeves and shorts. Families sitting together. Pretty nice crowd here at Raider Field enjoying some high school baseball action.
You know, talking about the weather, we went from one extreme to the other in our games last week. Last Wednesday night, we were over in Munford, Tennessee for the Wynn Yellow Jackets and Munford Cougars, and that was one of those nights where everyone was bundled up like Eskimos, and then you fast forward less than 24 hours over at Lake City for Rivercrest and Riverside, and we were breaking out the sunscreen and rolling up our sleeves because it was a little toasty out there.
Well, it's become almost a cliche, but you know what they say about Arkansas weather. If you don't like it,
stick around.
It will change rapidly. And that brings up Jack Hall, sophomore third baseman. Young man is coming in today hitting .333. He walked his first at-bat, so he is still hitting .333. Very good batting average for Jack Hall. Does have some power. He gets under that one, fouls it back out of play. The catcher, Hunter Jolly, gives it a look, but that landed right above us here, Marcus. Aren't you glad they installed the roof here?
No doubt. I might have had to break out my center field days.
Matthew Miller, given up 5 runs so far in 2 innings work. Here's the pitch. It's a ball outside. 1-1 the count to Jack Hall. Jack Hall, a jack of all trades for the Raiders. He can play infield, he can catch, he can pitch. Good live arm. Had a little bit of elbow trouble this year, and that's why he's playing third base instead of being behind the plate. He swings and misses at a very good curveball there by Matthew Miller. That's a hard pitch for a high school batter to handle.
It is. You see a lot of guys on this level struggle with good curveball.
See if he gets one here. The 1-2 on the way. And look at a fastball right there coming at 77 miles an hour. Jack Hall, his previous at-bat, that was a major league looking at-bat right there. He worked a walk out of Matthew Miller.
That
fouled off.
I don't know how many pitches. I didn't get the count on the total pitches for that at-bat, but it took a while.
He spoiled some very good 2-strike pitches and got the walk. Curveball just missed right there. And Jack Hall.
I tell you, I'm not sure I could have laid off of that one.
Yeah, that's Coach Clint Wilson before the game told me that Jack Hall has probably the best plate discipline on the team. He certainly displayed it right there, laying off that 1-2 delivery. Here's the 2-2. Again, just missed inside. Shout out to Jack Hall. That young man knows his strike zone.
He does. He does indeed.
Another payoff pitch from Matthew Miller to Jack Hall. It's fun watching these two young men battle. And the umpire calls a timeout. That's got to be frustrating for Miller. Jack Hall requested a timeout, got one, and the Raider third baseman stands in. Swinging a pop-up on the infield. We'll see who wants it. Matthew Miller calls it. Matthew Miller catches it, and he wins the battle this time as Jack Hall pops up on the infield to the pitcher. Nick Brown giving him a little bit of coaching there as he walks off of the field. Nick Brown, a Raider standout, great shortstop, great hitter for the Raiders, graduated in 2014. That brings up Aaron Voppel. Voppel coming in, hitting over 400, got hit by a pitch earlier, scored a run, hustled from second base on an error, and scored the Raiders' 4th run of the game. Voppel, a very good pitcher for the Raiders as well. He's as a outfielder and a good hitter. Has a gaudy .414 batting average coming into the game. And he's ahead in the count 2-0. Fouls that one off the end of his bat. 2-1 the count. Matthew Miller. Voppel. He's ready. Here's the pitch. Ball up, and Voppel ahead in the count. 2-1. 3-1 the count now. Steve Wright called good pitch on the inside corner. Aaron Voppel runs the count full against Matthew Miller. Payoff pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And the Raiders are 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the third. That brings up Seth Robinson. Seth reached base on a single, his first at-bat. He's 1 for 1 on the day. And the Raider catcher stands in against Matthew Miller. Seth Robinson, good hitter, hitting .357 coming in. He takes a curveball, ball 1. Raider catcher ready for the 0-1. That's a fastball called strike. Painted the outside corner on that one, and that makes the count 1-1. Robinson digs in, the 1-1, ball high. Matthew Miller laboring just a little bit right here. He's thrown a lot of pitches in the first inning, especially.
Yeah, his total pitch count's up to 55 with that pitch right there.
Seth Robinson pokes one toward the right side. Second baseman fields and throws, and a nice play there by Aaron Parham. The Raiders, for the second straight inning, they go 1, 2, 3. We have played 3. Your score, Nettelton 5, Gosnell 1. You're watching baseball here on Tubetown.
911, what's your emergency?
I'm home alone. Someone is trying to get in the back door.
Find a safe place like in a closet or under a bed, okay?
Okay.
Be very quiet and don't worry. Your home phone gave me your location.
Hurry.
Help is on the way.
Only a dedicated home phone can quickly pinpoint your address for emergency personnel. Cell phones can't. Keep your loved ones safe for less than 60 cents a day with a home phone from Ritter. Call today or go to rittercommunications.com.
And we welcome you back to Nettelton High School's Raider Field. We are enjoying some high school baseball. The Nettelton Raiders lead the Gosnell Pirates 5-1 here in the top of the 4th inning. Reese Dunlap going out for his 4th inning of work. And he is going to be facing the Gosnell Pirates 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Seth Robinson has his equipment on, and he is ready.
Craig, it seems like after that wild first inning, both pitchers have settled down and seem to have found a groove because we've had nothing but goose eggs put up on the board since that first inning.
You're exactly right. And last 3 half innings, it's been 3 up, 3 down. Ball game moving along pretty briskly. Matthew Miller, the Gosnell pitcher, will be leading off against the Raiders here in the top of the 4th. Reese Dunlap's first pitch to him is up and away. 71-mile-an-hour fastball. Pretty fancy here at Nettelton. You can see how fast the pitchers are throwing by looking at the scoreboard. Swinging a ground ball up the middle, and Sanborn unable to pick it. Official scorer Doug Doggett calls that a hit, calls it a base hit. I would agree with that assessment. That ball was well struck. Would have taken a very good play for the second baseman to make. So the leadoff man is on, Matthew Miller, and that brings up Guy Bennett. The shortstop, Reese Dunlap, looks over at Miller, leading off first base, and he bunted at it and missed. So down 5-1, Coach Burnside electing to play a little bit of small ball right here.
You got to wonder if this whipping wind we have today is playing with his strategy a little bit because we've seen several bunt attempts from Gosnell so far.
You may be right. It's certainly a day weather-wise that favors the pitcher. Reese Dunlap, he gets that bunt down.
Nice
Dunlap
bunt.
is going to field it. He looked toward the second, throws to first. He got the runner at first. However, the sacrifice is good. Matthew Miller advances to second, and good to see Reese Dunlap bounce off the mound, field that ball, and get that all-important out there at first base. That brings up Aaron Parham, who was hit by a pitch his first at-bat. He stands in against Reese Dunlap. Ball low and outside. Good job there by Seth Robinson to keep it in front. Matthew Miller, the runner, on second. Reese Dunlap, your pitcher. Evan Moore there at first base. The 1-0 outside. 2-0 the count. Runner on second, one down. Aaron Parham at the plate. Here's the 2-0. Ball in the dirt, bounces away from Seth Robinson. Robinson unable to smother it, and on the wild pitch, Matthew Miller advances to third base. Robinson did block the ball. He just wasn't able to block it and keep it in front. Got away just enough for Miller to be able to scoot over to third, and that's a one-out walk to Aaron Parham. Runners on first and third. One out. Brandon Eller wants to come out and talk it over with his infield. The batter is Kyle Robinson. He's the third baseman. He struck out in his first at-bat. And Coach Eller, you can bet, Marcus, he's going over every situation he can think of right now.
Absolutely. Well, you've got a situation here where you just want to make sure everyone's on the same page. Runners at the corners, one out. You don't want any miscommunications on any move that Gosnell may try to make. Normally you would see they'll probably send the runner from first to move over to second, and probably just talking about your defensive strategy for when that happens.
We'll see what Coach Burnside wants to do. He's going through his signs down there in the third base coaching box. Kyle Robinson stands in. Runners on first and third, one down. The Raiders lead 5-1. Reese Dunlap in a bit of a jam right here. He looks toward the runner. He is not going. He shows bunt. He did bunt at it, and they got the runner there. It picked off at third base. Nice job by Seth Robinson. Jack Hall runs him down. He makes the tag, and he is out on the play.
Oh, no. The umpire from the...
Well, that's not his call. That's not the field umpire's call. It's the home plate umpire's call.
I believe he deferred because he pointed to the field ump.
Well, it certainly looked like he tagged him from here, and the home plate umpire called him out. And now we got a situation where the field umpire is overruling the home umpire at a play at the plate.
Don't know that I've ever seen that.
Marcus, this is ridiculous. This is like a Frank Drebin type situation here at Raider Field. My word. Brandon Eller out there talking to the field umpire, Doug Qualls, who I know felt like he got a good view of it, but he was way out there between right around where the shortstop is at. The home plate umpire was right there. It's obviously his call. And here's the replay. We'll see if Jack Hall got him. It certainly looked like he did. Yeah, he tagged him. He tagged him right there on his left leg.
Right below his belt. From that angle, it looks like he got him.
And I don't know exactly what the call is. The scoreboard here at Nettelton has not put a run up.
We got the replay coming again here.
Jack Hall runs him down, tags him right there on the left butt cheek. I believe he got him.
I believe the call's going to stand.
Well,
being safe.
It certainly looks like it is. They picked him off, but Matthew Miller able to score. Aaron Parham, and I can tell you this right there, great job by our crew here. Jack Hall did tag him out. Unfortunately, we don't have instant replay here on
No replay
Tubetown.
in high school level.
But the Pirates stole one right there. I guess that's what Pirates do. Certainly no fault of their own there, but they get to run as 5-2 Raiders. A little bit of bad luck there. I can honestly say I've never seen a field umpire call off the home umpire on a play at the plate.
That's a first for me as well. But I did see the home plate umpire point to the field umpire, so I don't know if I don't know the procedure there, but he looked like he deferred to him.
Well, I don't mean to beat up our umpires here, but the procedure is the home plate umpire makes the calls at home plate. That's the procedure.
Well, that's what I've always known, but you know,
and he doesn't defer on that play. I don't understand that. That's a head scratcher for me. But in any event,
we play on.
We play on. Dunlap behind 3-1 to Kyle Robinson. Throws a fastball by him, and we're even here. Let's think about this great game of baseball. It goes on.
It does.
With The runner at second and one down. Reese Dunlap working on Kyle Robinson, swinging a foul back to the net. We'll see what this sophomore is made of. Coach Wilson bragged upon the mental toughness of Reese Dunlap, being put in a tough situation last week against a extremely good Collierville team. He answered the bell then. We'll see if he can do so now. Full count with one out. Reese Dunlap checks the runner. He fires. Ball in the dirt. Great job by Seth Robinson. Keep it in front of him, and that is a base on balls to Kyle Robinson. Puts runners on first and second with one out for the top of the lineup. Ronnie McShann stands in. He is 0 for 1 on the day. Struck out, was hit by a pitch in the first inning, and came around to score.
Pitching change here.
Going to have a conference at the mound, and Coach Eller is going to make the change. So Reese Dunlap works 3 1/3 innings, gives up a couple of runs. I have to check with our official score to see how many of them are earned. And Aaron Voppel will be the new pitcher for the Raiders. As he's taking his warm-up tosses, we're going to take ourselves a little break here to town. The Raiders lead 5-2. We're in the top of the 4th inning. We'll be right back with more high school baseball on Ritter Cable.
When you or someone you love needs extra care at home, look to Absolute Care, where clients come first. Absolute Care offers personal care, adult companion, homemaker, and respite services. At Absolute Care, we work hard to keep your loved ones safe at home. If someone you love needs extra care in the home, call us today. Absolute Care, where clients come first.
And we welcome you back to Raider Field as the new pitcher, Aaron Voppel, taking his warm-up tosses for the Raiders. They lead the Pirates 5-2, but they find themselves in a little bit of a jam here as the Pirates have runners on first and second and one down. They chase Dunlap, the starter, bringing in Voppel, and Marcus, I am still scratching my head over what I just saw.
Yeah, that's an unusual scenario, but I still think the home plate ump pointed to the field to ask for help on the call. And if you think about with the runner coming home in the position that the home ump was in, I could see where his view might have had a little obstruction with the game, with the play. Here comes a replay again right here.
Seth Robinson picked
but
off
it sure
the
looks
runner.
like he tags him here.
Jack Hall giving chase, and right there, he tagged him.
I believe he got him. That's some great camera work by our guys down there.
Really is. Good job by the guys in the I say in the truck, but they're actually behind home plate.
We're actually just out in the field today. So
roughing it. But great tag there by Jack Hall right on the left butt cheek. Can you say butt cheek on Tubetown? Is that?
Sure.
Okay. Standards and practice is not going to get us.
No, we'll be fine.
Okay. We got him on the left gluteus maximus muscle. I'm the biggest Nettelton Raider fan there is, and I thought it was clearly he was out from up here, but it ain't what I say, it's what the umpires say, and they called him safe, and they scored a run on that. Aaron Voppel seeing if he can come in here and put out the fire. He inherits a situation with the runners on first and second, one out, and the top of the lineup up. Ronnie McShann is at the plate. He is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. Voppel from the stretch looks in, gets his sign. The pitch is a ground ball to the third baseman. Jack Hall steps on third, looked across the diamond, but there's no way he's going to get the speedy McShann, so we'll just call that a 5 unassisted, and that's a very big second out of this inning. Brings up Andy Roberts. He retired. Kyle Robinson advances to second. Andy Roberts has been retired 2 times today. He's 0 for 2 on the play. Struck out looking and flew out to left field. Aaron Voppel, first pitch strike. Love to see that. The best pitch in baseball, they say, is a strike. A first pitch strike is even better. 0-1 the count to the 2-hole hitter, the center fielder, Andy Roberts. Ball just outside. 2 on, 2 out. Nettelton hanging on to a 3-run lead, the tying run at the plate in the person of Andy Roberts. Raiders senior Aaron Voppel checks the runner, checks him again, and here's the pitch. Fouled back.
It was a big out for Voppel to come in and get in a very tough situation.
certainly was. Jack Hall doing it on his own down there, unassisted. Fielding it, stepping on the bag. A double play would have been nice, but as you said, that one out was huge. Swing and a foul ball out of play back toward the Nettelton Performing Arts Center. And Aaron Voppel ahead in the count 1-2. The Raiders senior coming in and trying to put out the fire. Now Aaron is one of the conference pitchers for Nettelton, so it'll be interesting to see how far he goes here in this game with the conference game coming up Friday. Swinging a drive toward left center field. The right fielder over, and he makes the catch. Nice play out there in right field. And that will do it for the Pirates. They score 1 run, however, and they trail the Raiders after going to the bottom of the 4th inning by the score of 5-2. You're watching Raider baseball, high school baseball here on Tubetown.
The Big Daddy, love the wedgie, breadsticks, hoagies, hot and freshy, cheesy bread, and chicken wings, and Fox's Pizza makes me swing.
And we welcome you back to Raider Field. The Raiders lead the Pirates 5-2 here in the bottom of the 4th inning here at Raider Field. Tommy Scarborough was the right fielder who made that play. I want to say great job, Tommy. There was a defensive substitution whenever Aaron Voppel came in. They moved Tommy Scarborough to right field. I wasn't able to get that on my score sheet until he made a play. So great job by Tommy Scarborough. The Pirates picked up a run in the top of the 4th, and the Raiders coming to bat here in the bottom half of the frame. Evan Moore will be leading off. Evan Moore is a young man who is a Raider legacy. His father, Spencer Moore, the original ace of the Nettelton Raider baseball team back in 1986. His uncle, John Moore, the ace of the 87, 88, 89 teams. His older brother, Ethan Moore, one of the greatest pitchers in Nettelton history. Evan Moore carrying on a great tradition of Moore baseball players here at Nettelton. And he just missed that delivery from Matthew Miller, who is beginning his 4th inning of work. Moore reached on an error in his first at-bat. And he pulls even in the count here, 1-1. Moore is a young man who is raised on Demo's Smokehouse Barbecue. His parents own Demo's Smokehouse Barbecue. And something tells me that delicious pork sandwiches and barbecue ribs have
There's
helped.
worse ways to be raised.
That's right. They have helped him become a tremendous baseball player, hitting .455 on the year, just coming off the injured reserve. And he takes a strike. Is there such a thing as injured reserve in high school baseball? I think you're just injured.
I think you're just injured, yeah.
I don't think there's any kind of legality to it. 2-2 the count. Evan Moore stands in. Moore, a junior. He waited on a curveball, and he drives it past the second baseman for a base hit. And let me tell you something, Marcus. That is an excellent piece of hitting. He got a curveball. He waited on it. Didn't try to do too much. Just took it to right field. That's a great piece of hitting by Evan Moore. It's one reason why the kid's batting over .450.
It's taking what they give you.
Seth Wilcox, the pinch runner for Evan Moore. That brings up Cameron Ramsey. Cameron Ramsey having a great year for the Raiders, hitting .308 on the season. You notice he's looking at what is normally on his wrist. He's looking at his wristband to see the play. They don't give signals anymore, Marcus. The coach doesn't give signals. He hollers out numbers. Obviously,
nice
he
bunt.
hollered out the bunt, and he beat it out. How about that?
Nice play.
Excellent bunt there by Cameron Ramsey. Advances the runner and advances himself on a bunt single. Nice job by Cameron Ramsey, and that brings up Ryan Sanborn with runners on first and second and nobody out. Coach Eller put the sacrifice bunt on, And it worked out better than we could have hoped as Cameron Ramsey bunts for a base hit. Ramsey on first. And looks like they're bunting again. He pulls it back, does Ryan Sanborn. And he's ahead in the count, 1-0. Coach Eller calls out 2-3. 2-3. And that's a play that means something. Evidently it meant bunt. One of the changes in the game, the coaches do not go through signals anymore. They call out numbers. And as you can see, Sanborn looking at his cheat sheet, if you will. Talking to Coach Eller before the game, he says he likes that system. He says there's a lot fewer missed calls now. As a matter of fact, he said there's no missed calls. You know, They don't miss the bunt signal anymore because he calls out a number and they look on their wristband, they see that number, and it's a better system, I guess.
Well, not that I would accuse anyone of stealing signs, but I would have to think it eliminates that as well.
I guess so. But before the game, I took a picture of the Nettelton wristband, and for a price, I would give it to the Gosnell coach. He could steal all the signs he wanted in. No, I guess it's a good method. The only problem is if you call out 31, it seems like you better not call out 31 again because they would pretty much know that's a steal or that's a bunt or whatever. And he strikes out Sanborn for the first out of the inning. And that brings up Cody Wilkins, top of the lineup. The Raiders shortstop, Cody Wilkins, runners on first and second, 1 out. Raiders up by 3. Cody, one of the 3 seniors on the team, came into the day batting .316. He's 0 for 2, so his batting average probably dropped down right about 300, maybe a little bit under 300 right now. The Raiders shortstop stands in. Swinging a ground ball foul. Wilkins 0-1. Cody Wilkins has been the Raiders' most consistent pitcher this year, and he's swinging the bat very well. They moved him up in the lineup. He's leading off today. P.J. Hilson has been leading off, but they put P.J. Hilson in the middle of the lineup, giving more RBI opportunities. Good call by the Raider staff.
Certainly has a good opportunity here with runners at first and second and only 1 out.
There's that curveball again from Miller. Good pitch by the Gosnell right-hander, and he's way ahead in the count. 0-2 to Cody Wilkins. The Raiders shortstop is ready. Here's the 0-2. Inside move towards second base. But scurrying back is the pinch runner, Seth Wilcox. Here's the 0-2. Curveball, swung, driven out to left field. That is over the left fielder's head. Heck of an effort out there by the left fielder. That is going to score 1. And here comes Ramsey. Rounds third. He slides into home without a throw, and the Raiders now lead 7-2 on a 2-run RBI triple by Cody Wilkins. Ripped the ball out of left field. The left fielder, Ronnie McShann, gave it a heck of an effort, unable to get it. They kind of argued over who wanted to pick it up and throw it back in, and by the time they got it back in, the Raiders had plated 2. Seth Wilcox, Cameron Ramsey both come in and score a 2-run RBI triple by Cody Wilkins. Big hit by the Raiders
Very
senior.
big hit, and that was a hard hit too because McShann is very quick, but I think he got a little bit of a late break on that one.
Didn't seem to get a very good jump, and the Raiders benefit from that. That brings up C.J. Cleary with a runner on third and 1 out. He skies 1 out toward right field. We'll see if it's deep enough to score the runner from third. He does not go. And the Raiders miss an opportunity right there as Cody Wilkins, it looked like when the ball was hit in the air, he did not break back toward third base. He did not tag up.
Right.
That's the kind of thing that Coach Tommy Fowler used to get furious about. If you're on third base and you got less than 2 outs, you better be tagging up. And that brings up Christian Arnold. His first at-bat today, batting for P.J. Hilson. Christian Arnold, he is leading the Raiders in home runs with 2. He's a big senior, usually starts at first base for the Raiders. This young man can mash the baseball. 1-1 the count. Christian Arnold at the plate. Swing and a miss. Cody Wilkins at third. Raiders leading 7-2. Matthew Miller working on a dangerous hitter right here. The person of Christian Arnold. Be interested to see why Hilson is out of the game. Curveball misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Christian Arnold. Here's the 2-2 for Miller. Ball just outside. Good eye there by Christian Arnold on a ball that was out of the strike zone. Good call there by home plate umpire Don Anderson. Ball outside and a good at-bat by Christian Arnold. He works a walk that puts runners on the corners for the Raider cleanup man, Jack Hall. 2 on, 2 out for Hall. He is 0 for 1 on the day, popped up on the infield, walked in the first inning, came around to score. Extremely good hitter, smart hitter, playing third base today. Excellent catcher, excellent pitcher. Struggling with a little bit of arm injury. Right now he is, as Christian Arnold takes off, he's hung up. Runner from third, Cody Wilkins scores, and the Raiders steal one right there on the old double steal. Cody Wilkins scored from third as Christian Arnold stole second base. And the catcher, Hunter Jolly, threw it down to second. Nice job, Christian Arnold. Slowing up, the throw home was not in time, and Cody Wilkins makes it a 6-run game. 8-2 is the score. The next pitch to Hall is a called strike. Hall didn't like the call. Obviously, Jack Hall knows his strike zone very well. That ball was at the letters, a high strike. Swing and a drive towards center field. Andy Roberts is there, he's under it, and he makes the catch. However, the Raiders plate 3 here in the 4th, and we're headed to the 5th inning. Your score, Nettelton 8, Gosnell 2. You're watching high school baseball here on Tubetown.
We are more than daily transactions. We are more than checks and debit cards. We are more than farmland. For the people of Poinsett County, we are more than just a bank. At First Delta Bank, we see the world through the eyes of our customers because we know that our customers are our most valuable investment. We are proud of who we are and want to earn your banking business. We are First Delta Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
31st year of Raider baseball here at Nettelton, and we are in the top of the 5th inning of today's contest. It's the Nettelton Raiders versus the Gosnell Pirates. Nettelton ahead in the game, 8-2 right now here in the top of the 5th. And there you see Aaron Voppel coming in for his 2nd inning of work. And you got to compliment that young man on the job he did the last inning, coming in a jam and getting out of it.
Came in a very tough position with runners, multiple runners in scoring position. I believe just 1 out.
Yes, sir. 1 out, 2 on, 1 out.
And gets out of the inning.
Quickly.
Very quickly.
So Voppel is one of the conference pitchers for Nettelton. Very smart young man, very good young man. His father is an airline pilot, flies an airplane. And so definitely very heady, very savvy pitcher, and he's got excellent stuff. It looks like he's going to be facing the 3, 4, and 5 hitter. That's one thing that the Raiders have done right today. Austin Wren has led off 2 innings. He's not, this number 21 can hit, and you do not want this young man at the plate whenever there's runners on. Little action down there in the bullpen. It looks like Christian Arnold may be coming in to pitch. Swinging a base hit up the middle. Valiant effort by Sanborn, but leadoff single by Austin Wren. And they say you can't keep a good man down. Came up 0 for 2. He's 1 for 3 right now. Good job by the Pirate first baseman. Devin Burks, the right fielder at the plate. Voppel looks over. Runner not going. Call strike. Outside corner. Nice pitch by Voppel. He's ahead in the count. Wren gets his lead. The Raider right-hander. Kicks and fires. Runner not going. Swinging a fly ball to left field. That's trouble. It's over his head and is out of the park. A 2-run home run by the cleanup hitter, Devin Burks, and all of a sudden, the Pirates are saying, not so quick, Raiders. We're still in this game. That makes the score 8-5, and, boy, he got all of that.
He sure did. He got it up, and actually the wind has died down at the moment, and he got it up over the left field wall.
I'll tell you the truth. Here's a replay. C.J. Cleary gave chase, but that ball landed in the road past left. It makes the score 8-4. Correction, I said 8-5 just a second ago. 8-4. Many thanks to Doug Doggett, the best PA man.
An official scorer.
That's right, around. Thank you, Doug, for helping me out with that. So after the 2-run bomb by Devin Burks, the Raiders with a 4-run lead. Seth Robinson going out talking to Aaron Voppel. Now, guys in the booth here may have to help me out. Voppel is a senior, correct? Junior. Okay, Voppel is actually a junior. Seth Robinson a senior. Aaron Voppel a junior. That's good news for Coach Brendan Eller. This kid's coming back. I got 3 different answers. One of them said junior, one of them said sophomore, one of them said freshman.
We ran the gamut there.
Yeah.
One of them was going to be right. It had to be.
That's right. Swinging a fly ball to right field. Long way to run for the outfielder. The second baseman wanted it, but Evan Moore calls them all off, and I think the wind had a little something to do with that. Evan Moore making the play, and that is the first out here in the top of the 5th inning. That was an adventure.
Just kept drifting to his left, drifting to his left.
It's like it was just, may have been just in fair territory. It was on the line.
Yeah, he kept moving close, but I think he did stay just inside fair territory.
That brings up their starting pitcher, Matthew Miller. He's 1 for 2 on the day, has a single and a strikeout. Here's the pitch from Voppel. The ball just inside. He falls behind in the count, 2-0.
Sun's starting to peek through the clouds over here to our right.
Swinging a high pop-up, out of play. Robinson gave it a look, but souvenir for one of the many fans here at Raider Field. Aaron Voppel, junior right-hander. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball by him. Voppel's fastball clocking in at the mid-70s. That's average high school velocity.
Sure.
That's usually about what you see. But if you can change speeds, that 74 looks a lot faster than 74. That's a base hit up the middle by Matthew Miller. His second hit of the day. Nice piece of hitting there by Matthew Miller, sending that ball right back from whence it came. There's a runner on first, 1 out for Guy Bennett, the shortstop.
I'll show him as 1 for 2 on the day.
That's he's actually, I guess he's 1 for 1 with a sacrifice.
That's right. That's right. I read this wrong.
Guy Bennett, we're liable to see him on the mound. He's slated to come in and pitch if Matthew Miller exits. Looks like we got a ball on the field. Timeout is called. Coach Nick Brown throws it to Seth Robinson. We're ready for the 0-1 delivery from the Raider junior Aaron Voppel to Guy Bennett, the Pirate shortstop. Matthew Miller at first. He's not going. Swinging a double play ball to the shortstop. He flips to Sanborn. Sanborn makes the turn, but the relay is not in time. So we'll call that a fielder's choice 6-4. And that is the second out of the inning. Nice job there by Cody Wilkins, but with a very fast runner, Guy Bennett, unable to complete the double play. They did get the lead runner, though. That brings up Aaron Parham, the second baseman, with a runner on first and 2 outs. Swing and a miss on a looked like a breaking ball from here.
Yeah, I believe that moved on him from where he thought it was going to be, because that ended up way outside.
Pretty hard breaking ball for Voppel, 71 miles per hour. That's the heater. It is a foul ball, just foul. The ball looked like it went just to the left of the third base bag. Jack Hall made the play on it, but home plate umpire Don Anderson called it foul. And now Aaron Voppel way ahead in the count. 0-2 delivery. He checks his runner. He comes set. He kicks, he fires, runner going, swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that will do it for the Pirates here in the top of the 5th. However, they score 2 on a mammoth 2-run blast by right fielder Devin Burks. We have played 4 1/2, heading to the bottom of the 5th inning. Your score, Nettelton 8, Gosnell 4. You're watching high school baseball here on Tubetown.
911, what's your emergency?
I'm home alone. Someone is trying to get in the back door.
Find a safe place like in a closet or under a bed, okay?
Okay.
Be very quiet and don't worry. Your home phone gave me your location.
Hurry.
Help is on the way.
Only a dedicated home phone can quickly pinpoint your address for emergency personnel. Cell phones can't. Keep your loved ones safe for less than 60 cents a day with a home phone from Ritter. Call today or go to rittercommunications.com.
And we welcome you back to Raider Field, where the Nettelton Raiders lead the Gosnell Pirates 8-4. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning, and we have a new pitcher for Gosnell, number 21. That is Austin Wren, who started out as a first baseman. Matthew Miller, the starting pitcher, is out of the game, or he's at least not pitching right now. And Marcus, maybe you can help me out with all of the defensive.
Looks like Andy Roberts is taking over at first.
Andy Roberts, who was the center fielder.
This is correct, and I'm trying to get a number on the number 8 center field. Looks like Ronnie McShann has moved to center. And let's see, because he was in left, so that may, let's see.
So we got a new left fielder, it looks like. Unless
Yes.
that's not Miller.
No,
is
that's
it?
not Miller.
Okay, looks like Matthew Miller may be on third base now.
I think we have Tabari Heron in left.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th inning for the Raiders, number 1, Aaron
Tabari.
Number 13, Tabari Heron, I believe.
Heron, all righty. Well, one thing I know for sure is Aaron Voppel is going to be leading off for the Raiders. And the first delivery from the Gosnell lefty is a ball. Austin Wren, Coach Burnside told me he was their best hitter. And he is even in the count right now. Tall, rangy left-hander. And with the Pirates down 8-4, you can bet Coach Burnside wants him to hold that lead right there. The lefty kicks and fires just outside, 1-2 the count. Not throwing the ball very hard. His fastball is right around 70 miles per hour. Here's the 1-2. Steve Wright called, and it was a strike. Might have took a little something off of it, but with 2 strikes, you got to be swinging at that.
Got to protect the plate. That's what Coach always told me way back in the day. Protect the plate.
Seth Robinson comes up with 1 out and nobody on. The Raider catcher is 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a ground out to the second baseman. First delivery from Wren. Steve Reich on the inside part of the plate. Robinson digs back in. The 0-1 just inside, and that almost hit him. 1-1 to count.
You almost want to see him stick his foot out there on that one and just take one off the side of the cleats.
He looked toward the dugout. I believe some of his teammates were saying, "Hey, take one for the team, Seth."
An 8-4 lead, though, it's awful easy to pull that foot back.
I don't care what the situation is. When the ball's coming at you, it's easy to pull back. It's a little something called self-preservation.
There you go.
It's built into all of us, I believe. Nice pitch there by Wren. He's ahead in the count, 1-2 on the Raider catcher, Seth Robinson. The 1-2, ball outside. Raiders lead 8-4. They scored 5 runs in the first, 3 runs in the fourth. And something tells me that a 4-run lead may not be altogether safe here with this powerful Pirates lineup. Ball just outside, as Harry Doyle might say, just a bit outside. Seth Robinson, the Raiders senior, the leader of the team, the catcher, the captain, showing a good eye at the plate. Payoff pitch on the way. Swinging a shot right back up the middle, but a nice play by the pitcher, Wren, and he throws out Robinson. Hey, that's a good reflexive play right there by the Gosnell pitcher, Austin Wren.
That is, and that's one of those, that's coming back at you hard. You can see here on the replay, he just stabs it over to first for the easy out.
Athletic play, nice play by Austin Wren. And that brings up Evan Moore. He's 1 for 2 on the day. He reached on an error and ripped a single. Swings and he grounds it. I tell you, I like the way this kid swings the bat.
He's aggressive. He's aggressive at the plate.
He does not get cheated. He reminds me a little bit of a right-handed hitter, right-handed John Kruk. He does not get cheated on his cuts. He goes up there hacking. I like to see that. And as I talk about him going up there hacking, he takes a strike.
Right on cue.
Right on cue. Thanks a lot, Evan. I have Evans in my first period class, and
I'm sure he'll hear about that.
Yeah, he'll hear about that first thing in the morning. Here's the 0-2. Ball just inside. That was a good pitch there by Austin Wren on 0-2. Just missed inside. That was a excellent pitch just off the plate, not hittable. Good 0-2 delivery. Here's the 1-2. Outside, and now Evan Moore even in the count. Evan's dad usually watches the games from just past the first base dugout. I'm sure that's where he's at today, Spencer Moore. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Ball up and away. Good eye by Evan Moore, and he has worked the count full here. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's the payoff pitch. Ball 4, and a nice at-bat there by Evan Moore, showing a lot of plate discipline there, working a walk. That brings up Cameron Ramsey. Coach Clint Wilson called him the Charlie Hustle of the Raiders team.
That's a pretty big compliment.
That's a very big compliment, for sure. That means he may have a little bit of money riding on this game. You think that's what that means?
You know what? You can get by with that because you see these kids every day. I'll leave you alone on that one. You're on an island there, my friend.
Yes. I don't think Cameron Ramsey has anything riding on this game. I think he's just a hard-nosed player. That's how he got that nickname. He's bunting right here, looks like, and he bunts that one foul. It looked like it might have got a piece of the home plate umpire. Maybe the catcher.
I will admit I was thinking the same thing. I wasn't going to say it because I don't know these kids like you do. Cameron
Ramsey has really stepped up this year. He was the winning pitcher yesterday, threw a one-hitter, a complete game against Paragould. Big conference win. He is playing center field today, but he has come through wherever Coach Brandon Eller has asked him to this year. He has gotten the job done. Cameron Ramsey for the Raiders. He's batting over 300, came in batting 308. Runner going. That's the hit and run. Hit and run is on. I don't think Evan Moore is going to be doing a straight steal. Cameron Ramsey fouls it off. He's 1 for 2 on the day. And he's behind 0-2. Shows that Coach Eller has a lot of confidence in him, putting the hit and run on while he's up at the plate. Here's the 0-2. Evan got a good jump last time. Swinging the ground ball to the right side, past the first baseman. That's a base hit. Evan Moore around second. He picks up his coach, and he stays right there. Got the old stop sign, and that is a 2-out base hit by Cameron Ramsey. Puts runners on first and second for Ryan Sanborn.
That's a nice hit by Ramsey, just to poke that through opposite field over between first and second to keep the inning alive.
Number 20, Seth Gage.
And that brings up Seth Gage batting for Ryan Sanborn. Seth Gage is a catcher on the team. Outstanding young man, and he stands in with a chance to help his Nettelton Raiders extend their 4-run lead. First pitch is a strike. Seth, very good defensive catcher. We'll see what he can do with the bat. Austin Wren kicks and fires. Just missed outside on that one. Good eye there by Seth Gage. Seth's father, Shannon Gage, the man behind the music here at Raider Field. Flipping the wax, playing the tunes here at the baseball field. Little inside move from a left-hander. That's not something you see every day. But Evan Moore, not fooled by it. He scampers back safely.
A lot of times when left-handers try to pull that move off, it ends up in a balk.
Swinging a tapped foul. And that makes the count 1-2. Seth Gage, one of the many sophomores on the team. The class of 2019 is the biggest class in Nettelton history.
Wow.
And a very talented class, academically, athletically. One of the talented members at the plate right now. Seth Gage, he's pinch hitting. Here's the 1-2 delivery from Austin Wren. Ball just outside. Good eye by Seth Gage. If this young sophomore is nervous to be at the plate in this situation, he's certainly not showing it.
No, good discipline here. Working the count.
2 on, 2 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Deuces wild. Here's the delivery to Gage. Swinging a ground ball to the third baseman. He is going to wisely opt to step on the bag. We'll score that 5 unassisted, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. The Raiders leave 2. We've played 5. Your score, Nettelton 8, Gosnell 4. You're watching high school baseball here on Ritter Cable's Tubetown.
911, what's your emergency?
I'm home alone. Someone is trying to get in the back door.
Find a safe place like in a closet or under a bed, okay?
Okay.
Be very quiet and don't worry. Your home phone gave me your location.
Hurry.
Help is on the way.
Only a dedicated home phone can quickly pinpoint your address for emergency personnel. Cell phones can't. Keep your loved ones safe for less than 60 cents a day with a home phone from Ritter. Call today or go to rittercommunications.com.
And we welcome you back to Nettelton's Raider Field, where the Raiders lead the Gosnell Pirates by the score of 8-4. Raiders coming in on the season 7-6, looking to run their record to 8-6. And the man on the mound, hoping to help him do that, that is Christian Arnold. He is one of the 3 Raider seniors on this team, leads the team in home runs, and has pitched very effectively for Nettelton. Big young man, great size, very good power hitter, and has a very interesting delivery there, Marcus.
Yeah, it's almost. I'm gonna test your or show my age a little bit here. Almost like a Dan Quisenberry type of delivery. Almost, it's definitely sidearm and almost underhand.
Did you have to bring up that name? See, I got memories of the '85 World Series now going through my mind.
Well, then, and you know, there's worse names that could be brought up from that.
Don't say Don. Don't say Don
there.
Dickinger. Do not say Don Dickinger. The home plate umpire's first name is Don. I've been thinking that already. Don Anderson. Christian Arnold coming in. He has got a sparkling 1.9 ERA. I understand just watching him taking his warm-up tosses. He's looks pretty nasty out there.
Leading off the top of 6th inning, number 13, Jabari Heron.
Jabari Heron will be your pinch hitter, batting for Kyle Robinson. This is our first look at Jabari Heron today. And that's a That's a sidearm curveball right there, and that ball broke well. 68 miles per hour, but like it broke 3 feet. Christian Arnold ahead in the count. Very savvy young man, soft-spoken young man. And that's another nice curveball. Look like it just missed inside. This is my first opportunity to really get to see Christian pitch. Very impressed with what I've seen so far. Another bender, and it's out of play. If you look at Christian Arnold, I'd say he's probably 6'4".
He's a big kid.
250
sure.
maybe.
Yeah, he's a big kid.
He could be an offensive lineman for the football team. He's the first baseman and a pitcher here for the Raiders. Here's his 1-2. Steve Reich 3, and that was filthy. That was filthy. A curveball on the inside part of the plate. Jabari Heron says, I don't want any of that. I think I'll jog back to the dugout. Very good pitch by the Raiders senior, Christian Arnold.
And that delivery, you know, when he watch where he releases the ball here. It almost looks like it's coming right at you, which that one was inside. But on that last strike, you know, when he released the ball, it looked almost like it was going to be one where the batter was going to have to move out of the way, and then it curved back over the plate.
He's just throwing a steady diet of curveballs so far. There's a fastball, and he rips it right back up the middle. There's Cody Wilkins. He fires across, and that's the second out of the inning as the Raiders senior Cody Wilkins with the play. That brings up Andy Roberts. Roberts is 0 for 3 on the day. Christian Arnold's almost like a submariner. Kent Tekulve. Do you remember Kent Tekulve from the Pittsburgh Pirates back in the day, the We Are Family days? He was a famous submariner. Christian Arnold working off of the stretch with the bases empty. There's his fastball right there. Fastball is 75 miles an hour, so that's nothing to sneeze at. That's good velocity for a...
I would have taken that if I could have thrown that.
I promise you. I've never thrown a ball that fast. Swinging a pop fly on the infield. We'll see if it stays in play. Jack Hall, excellent play by the Raider third baseman. Battled the wind, a ball that was tailing back toward fair territory, and he makes an outstanding play. Great job by Jack Hall. Great job by Christian Arnold. We are going to the bottom of the 6th inning. Your score, Nettelton 8, Gosnell 4. You're watching high school baseball here on Ritter Cable Tubetown.
When you or someone you love needs extra care at home, look to Absolute Care, where clients come first. Absolute Care offers personal care, adult companion, homemaker, and respite services. At Absolute Care, we work hard to keep your loved ones safe at home. If someone you love needs extra care in the home, call us today, Absolute Care, where clients come first.
And we welcome you back to Raider Field, where the host team, the Nettelton Raiders, lead the visitors, the Gosnell Pirates.
Another new pitcher here, Craig. Looks like Guy Bennett on the mound.
Guy Bennett on the mound. His team losing this game right now, 8-4. And as Marcus said, we have got another pitching change for Gosnell.
I'm working on the shortstop here.
Guy Bennett. That's right, Guy Bennett, who Coach Burnside told me would probably see some action. And here he is. Says that he has got a good fastball, good curve, a changeup, and he actually throws a slider as well.
It looks like Devin Burks has moved over to short and in right field. Let's see. Try to get a number on him.
Guy Bennett will be the third pitcher for Gosnell on the day. This Pirate team, they got in a hole early. They gave up 5 runs in the first inning, and they have not been able to crawl out of it. They trail by 4 right here in the 5th, 8-4. And the new pitcher, Guy Bennett, will be facing the top of the order for the Raiders.
All right,
Cody Wilkins, the shortstop.
I think I've got all the defensive changes here. We've got Devin Burke stepping in at short, and then we've got Andy Roberts taking over in right field. And at first base is number 21, Austin Wren. And I believe that's all the changes.
Okay, good deal. Cody Wilkins, 1 for 3 on the day. He's had the big hit for the Raiders, a 2-run triple in the 4th inning. It's exactly what the Raiders need out of their senior shortstop. He's their #1 pitcher right now, which P.J. Hilson started as the #1 pitcher, but you tear your deltoid, that has a way of kind of putting you down the depth chart pitching. All he's able to do now is just DH. Hopefully, I talked to P.J. before the game, and he said that the doctor said in 3 weeks he'll be clear to throw again.
That's good.
District tournament is going to be in 5 weeks, so that's good news for the Raiders. As Cody Wilkins grounds out, that is the starting pitcher over there, Matthew Miller, who retired him. And that brings up C.J. Cleary, the left fielder. Been busy out there. He is 1 for 3 on the day with a single and a run scored. Here's the first pitch from Bennett. Curveball, strike 1.
You know, the last half inning we had the Nettelton pitcher, was that Arnold that had the sidearm delivery?
Yes, sir, Christian Arnold.
Christian Arnold with the sidearm delivery. Watch the delivery of Bennett here. It's almost like he brings the ball back behind his head on a very tight short arm delivery. I don't know if that's the technical term or not, but that's what I'm going to call it. So
it's certainly effective, whatever you call it. He's ahead in the count right now, 0-2 against C.J. Cleary. He's thrown 2 curveballs. He comes back with the fastball right there. I like the way this kid's pitching.
Good velocity, and that delivery, you know, that might mess with the batter's eye a little bit because it's not quite a traditional delivery on his pitch here.
It seems like it'd be hard to pick up out of his hand. He pitches from right behind his ear.
Right.
Fastball fouled away. Good piece of hitting there by C.J. Cleary. Pitcher's count for sure. Guy Bennett. Savvy young man. Starting shortstop. Good player for the Pirates. He is the 3rd Pirate pitcher of the day. Here's his 1-2. Fastball caught the outside corner. C.J. Cleary did not agree with that call, but whether you agree with it or you don't agree with it, that's what the umpire said. That's the way it's going to be. It's like downtown Bruno's mom said.
It bees that
way sometime. And that brings up Christian Arnold. Had a 3-up, 3-down inning on the mound, the top of the 6th, and he stands in here in the bottom half of the frame. Christian Arnold leads the Raiders in home runs with 2 on the season. He's ahead in the count, 2-0.
77 on that fastball.
Ball had a little bit of giddy up on it. Christian Arnold ahead in the count now, 3-0. We'll see if he has the green light. Something tells me Christian's going to be taken here on the old automatic. Just outside. He did not get the call. C.J. Cleary's like, wait a minute, you called me out on that one just a second ago. Christian Arnold gets the call to go his way this time. And that brings up the cleanup hitter, Jack Hall. Jack Hall made a sparkling defensive play just in foul territory on a tailing foul ball. And Arnold off with the pitch. The old hit and run works to perfection as Jack Hall rips a base hit right where the shortstop would have been. Nice job there by Coach Eller calling that play, and excellent execution by the Raiders.
That's how you draw it up for sure.
That brings up Aaron Voppel, runners on 1st and 2nd. And 2 down.
Caught the shortstop breaking over to cover the bag, and as you said, it worked to perfection.
Voppel coming in, batting over 400, 0 for 2 on the day. First delivery from Bennett is a curveball outside.
Good difference in velocity there from his fastball to his curve, because that one came in at 67.
His fastball's been in the mid to upper 70s.
Yeah.
That'll certainly upset the timing of these Raider hitters. That's ball 78 right there. He's put a little extra oomph on that one. 2-0 the count to Voppel. Voppel back out in right field, pitched a couple of innings for the Raiders, did a very good job for Nettelton. Swinging a shot to the third baseman, and he makes the play. Excellent play there by Miller, and he retires the Raiders. Voppel not happy. That's one of those things. Sometimes this game's not fair, Marcus. You hit the ball on the
You hit it hard, but it just happened to be right at somebody.
The Pirates retire the Raiders. They get no runs in the inning. We're heading to the top of the 7th inning. 3 more outs for the Raiders, and they'll get this W. They lead the Pirates 8-4. You're watching high school baseball Ritter Cable, Tubetown.
The Big Daddy, love the wedgie, breadsticks, hoagies, hot and freshy, cheesy bread, and chicken wings, and Fox's Pizza makes me swing.
And we welcome you back to Raider Field. We're in the last inning, the top of the 7th. The home team leading the visitors 8-4. Nettelton over Gosnell. Christian Arnold returns for his second inning of work. Young man looked awesome his first inning. He was 3 up, 3 down with a strikeout looking. And he enters the game hoping to nail it down for the Raiders. He would be credited with a save, as Seth Robinson almost takes his head off. He'll be credited with a save here, and if he closes out the game. He's came in with a 4-run lead, and he's thrown 6 outs. By my understanding of the game, that is a save situation if you throw 2 innings.
Unless the rules have changed, that's my understanding as well.
Well, he's facing the best hitter on the Gosnell Pirate team, Austin Wren. Started at first base, pitched the last inning, or pitched inning before the last inning. And there's Christian Arnold doing what Christian Arnold does, getting ahead of the count. Strange delivery that you do not see every day from the big right-handed side armor. Curveball, couldn't get it to break into the strike zone. And Wren pulls even in the count, 1-1. 1-1 delivery, swing and popped up and out of play. Robinson gives it a look, but that is over by the Nettelton Performing Arts Center.
I'm still amazed at his delivery here with this. You don't see this much anymore. You know, it's watch him when he bends over here. He's almost parallel with the ground when he starts his windup here.
Certainly effective as that ball does not bend. And
so I feel bad for throwing Quisenberry on you. Is that I remember Eckersley had a little bit of a side arm.
He did. That's better.
I don't know that Eckersley was quite this low in his delivery though.
Just missed with the 2-2, and that runs the count full. Austin Wren, if the Pirates, who are down by 4, are going to have a chance, it certainly would be helped by the leadoff man getting on here. Here's the 3-2. Just missed, and Austin Wren works a walk, and that's the first base runner that Christian Arnold has allowed. Leadoff man on for the cleanup hitter, Devin Burks. His last at-bat, he launched a towering 2-run home run to left field. And Christian Arnold certainly has to have that in his mind right now. Here's the first pitch to Wren. I tell you, Arnold is tough on right-handed batters with that delivery, being a right-handed pitcher, and that sidearm delivery with a breaking ball that he has. Very tough against Devin Burks, the right fielder. Here's the pitch. He just missed. No action in the Raider bullpen right now. It looks like it is Christian Arnold's game to close out. Leadoff man is on, Austin Wren. He walked, and here's the 2-0. Just missed outside. 3-0 is the count. Something tells me if he puts him on here, we may have a mound visit from Coach Brandon Eller. The 3-0. Walked him on
pitches.
4, and that puts runners on first and second for the catcher, Hunter Jolly. And here comes Coach Eller, the second-year Raider skipper, as the Andy Griffith theme is going in the background. That's good music right there.
You know, you've got a sunny day baseball and the Andy Griffith theme. I mean,
it doesn't get any better than
how
that, does
can it get better?
It looks like he's calling in Jack Hall from third base to close things down. 4-run lead, 2 on. Marcus, you're a smart baseball guy. Help me out. This would be a save for Jack if he was to record these next 3 outs, correct? With runners on first and second?
I believe so, with runners on first and second.
I believe that is the case. Jack Hall, the new Raider pitcher. The fourth pitcher of the day for Nettelton.
We'll
Jack Hall entered the season as one of the top 2 pitchers for Nettelton. He was going to be one of the conference pitchers. Outstanding young pitcher. Good velocity on his fastball. Good breaking stuff. Savvy, very smart young man. Has been playing baseball all his life. Knows the game. Very well coached by his father, Mike Hall, and among other people through the years. Very good arm for the Raiders. Now, it kind of surprised me a little bit that Coach Eller is bringing him in right here. Jack has been struggling with some arm issues, and evidently Coach Eller feels like he's able to come in and get the job done.
Sure.
And putting him in a high leverage situation here for sure. 2 on, nobody out. Raiders with a 4-run lead. But the potential tying run is in the on-deck circle right now in the person of Matthew Miller, starting pitcher.
We've got some defensive changes other than the pitcher. I'll get these for you as quick as I can here. I'm waiting on the outfielders to turn so I can see their numbers.
See if I can't help you out a little
Looks
bit.
like
Cleary's in center field.
Cleary
now.
has moved from left to center.
I believe that's Bryson Thomas in left field. Is that right? Doug Doggett giving me the affirmative. He's a freshman playing left field. Is that Voppel in right field?
I believe it is. I believe it.
Who is a junior? And
I missed your left field. Who is that in left?
that's Bryson Thomas.
Okay.
Who is a freshman. Excellent pitcher. Matter of fact, I'm kind of surprised we have not seen him pitch. But you can bet Coach Eller is excited about the future of Raider baseball with guys like Bryson Thomas coming up. Right now, however, he would be very excited if Jack Hall can come in and slam the door on these Gosnell Pirates. These Pirates are pesky. We're in the top of the 7th inning. The Raiders, who lead by 4, got themselves a little bit of a jam here. 2 on, nobody out, and he's calling in Jack Hall to come in and relieve Christian Arnold. Flawless inning by Arnold in the 6th, but he struggled coming out of the gate in the 7th. Jack Hall, first delivery. It is a foul on a fastball at like 78 miles per hour. So Jack Hall ahead in the count. Hunter Jolly at the plate. Jolly 0 for 3. He did reach on an error in the first inning. The 0-1 is fouled off as well, 79 miles per hour. So Jack Hall ahead in the count, and Hunter Jolly behind on these pitches. 0-2, we'll see if Jack Hall doesn't throw him something crooked right here.
Maybe try to get him to chase something out of the zone a little bit.
He shakes off the catcher a time or two. Umpire calls time. I believe the batter requested that. Hunter Jolly at the plate, the Pirate catcher, with an opportunity to bring his team closer to these Nettelton Raiders. Here's the 0-2 from Hall. Swinging a shot right at the shortstop. One out at second, but unable to get the ball out of his glove is Sanborn. We'll call that a fielder's choice 6-4, and Devin Burks retired on the force out right there. Hunter Jolly hits into the fielder's choice. Good play there by Cody Wilkins getting the lead runner. Austin Wren advances to third, and we have runners on first and third with 1 out right now for the Gosnell Pirates. Stepping to the plate is Matthew Miller, starting pitcher. He is 2 for 3, 2 singles, and 1 strikeout. Runners on the corners. And with Matthew Miller up, it looks like Coach Burnside he's going to let him swing the bat. I personally like that, Marcus.
I do too.
You're down by 4 runs. It's not the time to play small ball. It's time to swing it. Ahead in the count is Hall, 0-1. There's that curveball. Breaks just outside.
And you can't sacrifice an out in this position. You've already got 1 out. You've got almost have to let him swing away.
Tell you, that was an excellent pitch right there. Good job by Matthew Miller laying off of that thing. It started off on the outside part of the plate, curved outside. He picked up the rotation, and on the count of it, he's ahead in the count right now, 2-1. Sun has peaked out. shadows peeking across the field. Jack Hall looks at the runner to third. Here's the pitch, swinging a fly ball to right field. It's shallow right. Don't know if it's going to be deep enough to get the runner in. In is Voppel. Runner tags from third. Voppel's throw home. Oh, it's cut off there by Evan Moore. He tried to cut it off, deflected it. In safely is Austin Wren, and we have ourselves an 8-5 ball game on a sacrifice fly by Matthew Miller. I don't know what happened right there. I don't know if Seth Robinson was not hollering loud enough for Evan to hear, or maybe he hollered cut it when he, I'm not sure what happened right there.
A little miscommunication happened for sure.
In any event, they score a run, and the Raiders get that out. At this point in the game, they'll trade a run for an out. They lead by 3. They're 1 out away from their 8th win of the season. Jack Hall with a runner on first and 2 down here in the top of the 7th inning. Here's his 1-0. Throw down to first base. Seth Robinson has picked a runner off third base. That was that crazy play that I still can't get over that happened earlier in the, I guess it was the 4th inning.
Yes.
Where a runner was tagged out at home. Home plate umpire called him out, but he was overruled.
I still think he pointed to the field ump for help.
It is certainly a play that I've never seen before, I'll tell you that. Jack Hall behind 2-0, and he beans him right there. 77-mile-an-hour fastball, and he puts him on. So now then, the tying run will come to the plate.
And suddenly things become a lot more interesting here in the top of the 7th.
Certainly do.
Gosnell not going down without a fight.
You got to tip your hat to these Gosnell Pirates. They're coming in against a larger school, but they have not backed down one bit. And save for that horrible inning in the first, they'd be winning this ball game right now. Swinging a ground ball right back to Jack Hall, and that should do it, folks. He flips over to Evan Moore. 1-3 for those of you keeping score at home, and the Raiders pick up their 8th win of the game with a 8-5 victory over these Gosnell Pirates. Marcus, great baseball game today.
Definitely. Gosnell made it interesting there at the end and just came up a little short, but had 2 runners on and a tying run at the plate, and just wasn't meant to be today.
Great effort by the Pirates, and that's a happy group of Nettelton Raiders right there, jumping up and bumping one another. A little different than the old high five, but that's what the cool kids are doing these days. They're getting congratulations from the coaching staff. You may be wondering why they're not shaking hands with Gosnell. Sportsmanship is not dead, folks. It's just that this is a doubleheader. They're going to play a JV game afterwards. But we're all out of time here, I believe, at Tubetown. I don't believe we're going to be able to bring the JV game to you.
We're going to step away before the JV game. We've got some other programming we have to get to. But, Craig, it's certainly been a pleasure working with you today.
Thank you so much for letting me, you see the titles, for letting me sit in with you. You see the totals there. Gosnell 5-5-3, Nettelton 8-7-1. The Raiders win 8-5. Nettelton fans will go home happy. Great day of high school baseball today, Marcus.
And we'll be back here again next week when the Blytheville Chickasaws come to town to take on these same Nettelton Raiders. I believe the start time is the same, 4:30, and I believe that game is next Thursday, I believe.
Raider pride is justified today. Great win for Nettelton.
That's a good one. For my broadcast partner, Craig Miller, and all the production crew and everybody watching on Tubetown Online and on Ritter Cable, we'll see you next time.